All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of World with Ty Brownlow. I am your host, Ty Brownlow. Remember, no one is worthless, no story is worthless. Today, ladies and gentlemen, man, we keeping it all the way funky. All right, man, joining me all the way now, originally from the East Coast, but he in Naptown, Indianapolis, for those of y'all that don't understand the Midwest. He in Naptown right now, but man, put your hands together for the one and only Krypto Kracc.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, brother?
Coolin', man. Living life, loving it. Same damn time.
That's what's up, brother. That's what's up, man. Look, man, let's just get right into it, okay? First and foremost, man, hip hop artist, you know what I'm saying? Owns his own label, GMG Music. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But first and foremost, he got a single out called Dead Drop, all right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I didn't heard the single, okay? Now, I know you're being from the East Coast. I'm going to say this, and I mean this with the, man, all due respect. You put me in the mind of Benny Siegel, and I'm going to tell you why.
Wow.
Wait a minute, now, hold on. I'm going to tell you why now. Okay? Now, I ain't going to say it and then be like, oh, yeah. No, this is why. The aggression, the flow, you know, how you attack the track, like, and, you know, yes, I'm a little old school, y'all, so, you know, I done been around, so I done heard a few, but, man, listening to it, that's what it puts me in mind of, and for those of y'all who don't know, Beans didn't play on the track, all right?
Not at all.
I mean that as, like, a compliment, man, you know, the utmost respect, you know what I'm saying? But
nah, take it for that too. Take it for that.
Hey, no problem. But talk to us about the single, Dead Drop.
Dead Drop, man. You know, sometimes, you know, especially with my music, you just going through things in life sometimes, right? And you got these stories and you got these things that are always just sort of rotating, right? And with Dead Drop, it was just a lot of raw emotions and feelings I need to get out. You know what I mean? Times and things that happen to where it's like we got to talk about it in certain ways these days. You see what's going on in the news, but at the same damn time, it's like, you know, every life lesson that you learn can get you on a better path. For me, you know, expressing maybe some war stories or maybe just, you know, my thought process, maybe what I'm going through, what life is like at the moment, putting that on pen and paper and then on a beat, it does everything, man. It's like meditation for a brother, you feel me? So with Dead Drop, it was one of those things, instead of, you know, I'm older now, right? So I got a chance to use my mind the right way. Instead of getting out here wilding out doing the wrong thing, it's like, let me tell you how it could be. You see what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's just old habits die hard, but at the same time, because we get smarter, we get a chance to use the energy the right way.
Hey, look, let me just say, you done hit on a few things right there, bro. All right, I mean, as you said, you're getting older, you know what I'm saying? So the mind works totally different. Perspective change, all right? We can still talk about what's going on because, hey, what's going on is what's going on. Ain't nothing, we can't change that cycle. But what I can do is, man, tell you my perspective from my side of town, all right?
Yes, sir.
And I think that's what I appreciate, you know, pretty much about everything you just said. And, like, your music itself, you know what I'm saying? Now, 2 shows coming up, all right? Man, got a show coming up June 25th here in Chicago, up north, Subterranean. And you have a show next month, July 22nd at the Vogue in Indianapolis, but opening up for Benny the Butcher. Man, talk to us about that, bro. How does that fit?
Yeah, nah, Chicago, man. Like, when I first started making this push into music, Chicago was home. You know what I mean? Like, that's where it started at. You know, Baltimore started like planting the seeds and everything, but Chicago was the place where it's like, this is time to make it happen. And working with Oz and getting all these things rocking and rolling has been a major factor in just the quality and artist development. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with that being said, you know, rocking any show in Chicago, any stage, the first show I did was with Benny in Chicago. The most love in the city. I was loving every bit of it, yeah. loving every bit of that. So, you know, anytime I get a chance to do anything in Chicago, I'm there to show my love and give them 150% because that's what the city deserves, you feel me? And that's what the city, you know, expects every time somebody step on that stage. They play no games. I say that much. So, you know, the one in Indy, obviously a lot of people from Chi-Town coming out. It's going to be live, man. My man Butch is going to rock the stage like he did last time. It was nonstop, you know, great performances, and he just, you know, iced the cake with everything. So, you know, it's a pleasure of mine to be a part of hip hop so strong for the start. You know what I mean? Like I said, we got rocking probably like 5-6 months ago on the serious tip. So to be rocking with one of the number one artists right now, Rock Nation, newly signed, and who's really just doing this thing, dropped the new single with, or it's dropping soon with Jadakiss and French Montana. So, you know, I'm happy to be a part of the game, man. Happy to be a part of the game.
Look here. All right. So look, he just told y'all, man, seeds were planted all along. Man, you know, Baltimore, East Coast, all of that. But here in Chicago is when it really came to life. And you are correct. If Chicago love you, they're going to love you forever, brother. It don't matter when you step on the stage. They're going to love you forever. And yeah, I mean, it's a pretty tough place at times. If you ain't coming with it, they will let you know. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You hit on something, you know, you were talking about Oz, and that's Oz on the track. For those who don't know, big producer, okay? And for all my Chicago fam, y'all already know what it is. He already did work with Lil Durk, G Herbo, Dirk Herbo, for those that, you know, already know. But talk to us about working with Oz.
It's amazing. He has the ear for it all. And it's one of those things when you know, I think Erykah Badu said, you know, when you're an artist, you make your music, you will touch you about your shit. So it's one of those situations where I got a chance to work with a lot of people before, but it was all practice. And then when I got a chance to meet Oz, it was game time. You know, Oz sent me a beat pack, funny little story. Oz sent me a beat pack. I felt like it was a test the kind of thing. Let's see what this motherfucker got. Excuse my language and everything, but you know what I mean? He sent me a beat pack and it was just like, all right, cool. So it was like, I took it personal, like it's a test. So let me go ahead and show them what I got. And then we went in there, rocked it in the studio, and it was love from the get-go. You know, everything's reciprocated. So at that moment in time, you know, it was one of those things where we're catering beats, we're taking our time, we're working, man. There's no stress, like everything's love. And when you got it like that, man, it's a different type of development that happens. You know what I mean? You know, you got people in this city, that city charging you, trying to bust your head for bread, and they not even serving up the kind of production, not even close. Oz he's a wizard, mastering, producing, engineering, anything you need, he got it done for you. So as an artist, as long as you bring in your A game, he's doing the same. So shout out to my man Oz on the track. Give him his flowers, it's definitely due, and you better give him to him now because he's blowing up.
Hey, look here, today's price is not yesterday's price, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I ain't got to say that, y'all already know what it is. All right, but look here. So real quick, man, let's like sidetrack for a second because you being an artist, all right, you've been in this game for a minute, all right. You know how it is. You know your process when it comes to like creating music, making music, this, that, what have you. What's more important to you in making a song or working on any project? Is it the production? Is it like, you know, the lyrics? Like, in your opinion, production?
No, it's definitely the lyrics and substance of the song first.
Okay.
You know, coming up from my era, my pops being a DJ, it's one of those things where I learned a lot from hip hop. You know, if I couldn't say it, they was talking that for me. And if, you know, they was helping me walk through certain time frames. I see my dad, you know, as a man in the world, going through a lot of things. We were back in Jersey and things like this and that as we had to move around and make things happen. And those, once again, life lessons, like I tell you, man, you know, if you're smart enough, you pay attention, you be aware of your surroundings, and he always taught us that as well. So as he was playing music, I'm not just tapping my feet and nodding my head to the beat. It's something where I'm listening to what they're saying. I'm learning from what they're talking about. And a lot of these artists out here dropping blueprints. You know, the game got watered down a little bit compared to how it used to be. You know what I mean? And that's part of the reason. I'm no offense to anybody, but it's like, man, if they can say that, I might as well be saying this. Compared to what I came up off of, it's like, I'd rather hear myself. So, you know, it's all due respect to any and everybody, but, you know, to each his own. And with that being said, it's just one of those things. I'm all about the lyrics. You know, I'm all about the substance. I'm all about the meaning, the message. And then with a great producer such as Oz as an example, it helps all that picture come to purpose and be seen the right way. You know what I mean?
Okay, I like that. Hey, man, Clear, precise, to the point. There it is. All right. Man. Mic drop. Okay, no. But look here, man. So you have your own label, GMG Music. Okay. Like, let's talk about that, but let's also talk about the importance of having your own music label and what it takes to make it successful.
No doubt. The biggest thing, man, why did I start my label first? I wanted to make sure my money was right? That's one of the biggest things. I think some people get misconstrued. Like, they just try to make and put all their eggs in one basket, make everything the miracle shot, like this Steph Curry or something, and it's not really going down like that. So, but my biggest thing, my love for music is going to be a love for music always and forever. But I got to make sure once again that I'm standing on my own 2 feet as a man. And I've seen a lot of stories. I'm thankful to be able, be 100% signed to United Masters, owning everything that I do. And, the reason with that, with my own label, through all those things, I own everything I do. So when I'm making this music, when I'm making these records, I'm making these hits and all these things, I get the proceeds. All my hard work goes to me. And the most important thing about that, the hardest part about that, you got to be able to invest in yourself. You going out there to get your bag your own way is you investing into yourself. And that's what a lot of people want to do, try to do, but don't really do. And they're looking for that handout and that payday. And, sometimes you got to play the long game. People don't, people want to win the short game. I always tell my people around me, man, I got a lot of businesses that I run as well. That was the way I got a chance to get my label started first. And I tell a lot of people that I educate and talk to, where it's like, you got to know what you want now versus want most. Discipline comes in a lot of different ways. It could be army discipline, it could be family discipline, it could be the street discipline. But at the same time, that self-discipline comes from knowing what you want most versus want right now, because those goals don't align. I've always focused on what I wanted most, and I played my pieces accordingly. So when it comes to running my own label, I made sure that was what I always got done before really jumping into music heavily. That way, long game, as I'm playing it, I can get the most out of everything I'm doing.
Man, chess, y'all, not checkers. Man.
Not checkers.
That's pretty much what it is. But you know what? You bring up a great point,
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I done been around this game long enough, you know what I'm saying? And I can tell you, I've seen it where back in the day, there were no independent labels. Like, if you did have an independent label, it was under this major label, and you probably got a percentage, but most of that was going towards the major label. But now, in this day and age, I can tell you, like, with so many artists coming out now, it's best to have your own, because as you said, the money, all right? Man, look here.
There you go.
I know when this money comes in, it comes in to me. Nobody else. I don't have to worry about this person on this end. I don't have to worry about this person on this end. It's all mine, But, let's just talk a little bit about like artists, because you do have a music label. What do you look for in an artist when, you're out here?
I look for real, you know what I mean? Not somebody like, I take pride in my music because it's me. I'm not trying to sound like anybody else. I've heard people say Beanie, I heard Dave East, I heard a lot of different things. I might have to run down that list right now, but the most important thing is every time you hear my voice on the track, it's me. Every time you hear my flow, my cadence, it's me. And that's a big thing for me. So when I'm looking for another artist, I'm not looking for somebody who sounds like somebody else. I want authentic, you know what I mean? And I want to hear your story. It doesn't got to be the most rugged, thuggish story in the world. That's not what hip hop always is anymore. You know what I mean? You got people like Lil Nas X making it in hip hop and crossing country with it. So it's 1,000 ways. Euro rap and Afro pop. There's a lot of different things that are blowing up these days when it comes to music. And like I said, my father being a DJ, my hands really never been in one pot with music. It's just been about music. That makes sense.
No, hey, look here. I totally understand, because when it's really about music, it transcends over all, aspects of like life or whatever. So I don't care if you're down in Australia. I don't care if you're in Africa. I don't care if you're in China. Exactly. I don't care if you're in Russia. I mean, man, look, we all know what it is. Hip hop is the #1, music maker out. All right. And it's been that way for years. Okay. So I like the fact that, man, you came up in music. Pops was a DJ. You're listening to some of everything, man. You got your ear to some of everything. You know what good music sounds like, Second it's dropped, man, till the time it's finished, you know what it is you're looking for. You know what it is you want. So hats off, sir.
It's a fact.
Man,
thank you, sir.
Man, no problem, man. All right. So now look, you ain't a rookie in this game, all right? All right, now, I know you dropping, you know, man, Dead Drop. I know this is out, but man, you dropped another single not too long ago, Hood Business. Now, let me just ask, like, do you have an EP or are we just working on singles right now? Like, what's the future hold for Krypto Kracc?
Look, man, I got enough music for 5 years down the road, to be honest with you, man. So right now, the team I'm working with, man, GMG, we wanted to sort of do singles, they said. So, you know, it's not just, if I started, it's not about me starting. It's about everybody, you know, the Knights at the Round Table, all getting their opinion on the table. You know, only thing I know is I know nothing. So I wouldn't get to where I'm at if me and my team wasn't hustling together. And that's a big part of it. So right now, like, let's keep dropping singles. Let's keep, you know, create the stain, the buzz. And then, you know, we'll give them the EPs whenever we want to really do that. Right now, we don't want to do too much too early. You know what I mean? Play the long game, make sure we get, you know, we squeeze the juice out of every situation type of thing. So that's why the quality music's coming out the way it is, but we're going to make you wait at the same time.
Hey, man, look, like we said, chess, not checkers. And I mean, man, giving it to them bit by bit. I'm spoon feeding you, but you know,
there you go.
Eventually,
coming back.
Yeah, come on now. Come on. All right. Come on, brother. Come on with it. Now, look.
Appreciate it.
If people, you know, looking for your music, they want to know more about you, social media, websites, what have you.
Sir.
How can they do so?
Yeah, look, at Krypto Kracc, man. KRYPTO KRACC. At Krypto Kracc. That's at IG. You can follow Real GMG Music. So at Real GMG Music, simple and plain, GMG. That's really it, my man. I mean, everything you see from those, you're gonna see everything you need to see for all we got going on. Keep it 100.
Look, man. Hey, I love it, man. I just love the whole like stage real quick, man. Like, I mean, for real, man. Like, it's just real. It's raw. It's in your face. And I mean, I think of like the East Coast or what have you. That's what comes to mind. You know, you mentioned Jersey, man. Jersey, for those who know.
Already, man, home.
Man,
yeah,
I could go down the name of MCs that then came up out of Jersey that I just rock with still to this day. You know what I'm saying? But
yes, sir.
I feel you're keeping in, you know, the same vein as those, man, because you know what it is you want. You see the vision. You're out here executing the plan, and that's what it is. Okay. Now, before we get to this last question, ladies and gentlemen, once again, June 25th, Subterranean. North side of Chicago, North Avenue. Y'all already know what it is, okay? My man is rocking. The show starts at what, 7?
Yeah, I think like 7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, okay,
well,
man.
We outside Chicago, so show up at 7, I'm there with you.
Man, look here. Y'all already know what it is. Just be there at 7. Y'all, man, so y'all can go get y'all drinks and get ready for the show. Y'all, man, look. Y'all know I'll be up in the sub T. Stop playing. All right, so look here. Man, make it happen. Then next month, man, July 22nd, Bowl, Indianapolis.
23rd.
I'm sorry, 23rd. Be there, okay? Be there. So that's that. Now, I've come to the last question, the question that my show's known for, so I got to present it to you. Krypto Kracc. Sure. Man, what is the one word best describes you and why?
One word best describes me and why. First word that's what it came to mind. I forgot you was asking this question. Caught me all the way off guard. Anomaly.
Okay.
Anomaly.
Okay.
We're gonna go with that word.
Okay. Why?
Why? I think, you know, self-explanatory. Anomaly is nothing like anything else. It's different. It stands out. And that's what I'm here to do, man. All my life, you know, the corporate America, the hustle, I got through that to get to, you know, to avenues and doors and opportunities with the music. You know, you self-made, self-started, self-motivated. You know, that's an anomaly, man. I'm not here to be like everybody else. I'm here to be better than the 1%. You know what I mean? No ties, but at the same time, it's just about making sure my legacy lives on, making sure my people live right. You know what I mean? Pass everything I got down the line, so my family's, you know, an anomaly at the same time, man. It's all for the fam, bro.
Hey, I love it. Hey, y'all, ain't no brand X over here. All right, this the real deal. Okay, so man, if you want it, y'all already know what it is. He done already told y'all. GMG Music. Krypto Kracc, all social media handles as well?
Yes, sir. All social media handles, Krypto Kracc, Kracc, oh shit, my fault. KRYPTO, KRACC, my fault, people. So yeah, all social media platforms. Holla at your boy, man.
Hey, that's what it is, man. Look here, brother. Seriously. On everything, man. Look, I have enjoyed this time. Okay. I always say, look, man, look, for those who keep it real, you're always welcome back. I consider this, man, to be the doors of my own personal church. You know what I'm saying? We ain't dropping a plate over here or whatever, but man, this is my own personal church. But man, whatever you got going on in the future, man, you want to come back, doors are always open for you, bro. Always.
Already, man. No, I'll be back around the way, man, for real. Blessings to be a part of the show with you guys, man, just getting that love once again. So thank you for your time.
Man, that's what it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Word with Ty Brownlow. I've been your host, Ty Brownlow. Remember, no one is worthless. No story is worthless. Follow me, all social media platforms. Word with Ty Brownlow. Go to my website, tybrownlow.com. Definitely get this wonderful interview, plus other great interviews. Krypto, we out. Peace.
Krypto Kracc, holla at your boy, GMG Music. Y'all ready?